Okay, so for today's assignment, we're going to continue with solving, but today we're going to focus on logs rather than those exponentials. So we're going to review that. Today I'm going to be explaining the left-hand side and you're going to be doing the right-hand side problems. So you're going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, and then I will do the other side. So first thing is when we solve, we always want to make sure that we check our solutions as well to make sure there's no extraneous solutions. And how we do that first, you always want to simplify. If there's one term, meaning on the right I see log, left I see log, there's no value in front or behind, the parentheses don't count, then we can simply cancel out. They're both common logs, right? They're both base 10. So then we can just say 3x minus 9 is equal to 2x plus 6. And then when we go from here, if we subtract 2x from both sides, we would get x. If we add 9 to the other side, we would get 15. So that's our solution, but we want to make sure that we check and that it's not extraneous. So you would go back and wherever you see an x in your original equation, you're going to plug in 15. As long as it's a true statement, then you're good. So we're going to plug 15 in here and here. So why don't you try that while I try that? So let's see, we have 3 times 15 minus 9. So log of 36. So this would become, if you plug in 15, it's 45 minus 9, so it's 36. And so log of 36, we pop that in our calculator, it's 1.55 approximately, okay? I should say 56. Is that equal to, it's question mark, we put 15 in here, we would have 2 times 15, which is 30, and 30 plus 6 is 36. So we would also have log 36, which is the same thing. So since it's a true statement, then yes, we know that this is a solution. If at any point we get that error, we need to cancel and say not a solution. Okay, so for the next one, they're both same log base 2, the log base 2 we cancel, and then you're going to solve. You're going to do the ones on the right side. So next one, for number 3. You first need to isolate. So we need to isolate the log base of. So I need to isolate log base 5 of 3x. Think of it as 2 times that blob. Think of the green as an x. So think of it as 2 times an x. Pretend this is an x. Equals 4. So you first need to divide by 2 on both sides. You isolate first. So we would have log base 5 of 3x is equal to, right, as an integer, 2. Okay, now that we've isolated this log base 5 of 3x, we want to convert to exponential form. I like to call it the log bump. So in order to convert to exponential form, if you see log, you get rid of log. So I get rid of it. The base goes to the other side. So we would have 3x equals 5 squared. So 3x is equal to 25. If I divide by 3, I would get x is equal to 25 over 3. And I'm going to, Maddie, I need my calculator. My daughter's probably going to scream. So if I plug 25 thirds in for x, I would get, let's see what I would get. On the left side, we go back to our original problem and we want to make sure that it makes a true statement. So if we plug 25 thirds back in to our original, and come up here wherever we see x, we'll plug 25 thirds in right there. So what we would get if we plug that in, we would get 2 log base 5. And if we do 3 times 25 thirds, and we ask ourselves, is this equal to 4? Let's see. Okay, we know the 3's cancel. We then say, what's log base 5 of 25? So log base 5 of 25, Maddie, sorry, my daughter's making a mess, is 2, Maddie. So log base 5 of 25 is 2, and then 2 times the front number 2 is 4. So the left side's equal to the right, so it's true statement. Yes, it's a solution. So you're going to do number 4. Okay, now let's work on number 5. James, can you get Maddie? Maddie, no, put it back. Put it back. James, come. Maddie, get down. Get down. Okay, so on the left-hand side, you always need to simplify and combine like terms first. So what we need to do, sorry, don't mind my daughter, is we're going to look at these, and I'm going to put a base 2 here. It's hard to tell what the original problem is. So let's say that this is log base 2 of x, log base 2 of x minus 2. Addition goes with multiplication. So I consolidate. I say, sorry, log base 2, we multiply the ofs, right? And we're going to multiply x times x minus 2. James, just move the, okay, that's fine. Move that box of markers onto the counter in the kitchen, thanks. Okay, so now that we've consolidated, that's step 1. We have that log base of isolated. There's no value in front, nothing behind that we need to add or subtract. So then we move forward. So we want to get rid of the log. I like to call it the log bump, meaning if I see log, I get rid of it. We go to exponential form. The base goes under that 3. So now we would have x times x minus 2 is equal to 2 cubed. So this is going to then be x times x, x minus times minus 2. So we would have x squared minus 2x. 2/3 is 8. So then we're going to subtract that 8. And this is, we're trying to solve for x. So we're going to ask ourselves, it's a trinomial to factor. Maddie, get down. Is there a combo that multiplies to negative 8 that adds to negative 2? 4 and 2. So it's a negative 4 and a positive 2. So we'll have x minus 4 times x plus 2. Sorry guys, I can't start and stop the video without redoing it. Okay, so we set our factors equal to 0, so we get x equals 4. We get x equals negative 2. Usually when there's more than one answer, that's when there might be an extraneous value. So you go back to the beginning. If I plug 4 in here and 4 in here, I would get log base 2 of 4. Oh my gosh. Maddie. Maddie, so if I plug a 4 in here and here, I'm just testing out my first value, the 4. I would get log base 2 of 4 is equal to 2. If I plug in a 4 here, I have 4 minus 2 is 2. So log base 2 of 2 is 1. So on the left, I would get 3. Is 3 equal to 3? Stop it! Yes. So 4 is a solution. Okay, so we know that 4 is one of the solutions. Stop it, Maddie. Okay, so now we would try plugging in negative 2. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now we're going to try plugging in negative 2. So if I plug negative 2 in here and negative 2 in here, if they're both base 2, Maddie. If at any point you get error, right? Maddie. If at any point you get error when you plug in, right? Even right in here, -2 minus 2 is -4. Log base 2 of -4 is error undefined. So we would have to say -2 is not a solution. It's extraneous. So there's only one answer. Okay. I'll have the other videos for the other ones. I'll try to get my daughter to stop screaming.